MDC-T leader Nelson Chamisa says that former President Robert Mugabe will be voting for the opposition MDC in the coming elections.
Well, speaking to SABC News in Harare at the weekend, Chamisa responded to Mr. Mugabe's statements, saying that President Emmerson Mnangagwa's ascent to power was unconstitutional. Chamisa says it's a curse for the country to have an angry elderly leader and is appealing to President Mnangagwa to engage Mugabe.
Campaigning has started, but MDC-T has to deal with the current divisions in the party. The party held 2 different rallies in different areas over the weekend.
The party is united, Sophie, but just to make sure that the misbegotten view is corrected, there are no groups in the party. There is one leadership, one party and one goal. But there may be individuals who may feel that they are not aligned to the collective vision of the party.
On the current political issues, Chamisa says he hopes President Emmerson Mnangagwa will meet former President Mugabe, but was quick to point out that Mugabe must give the current political leaders a chance to rebuild the country.
It's a case for a country and a nation for such elderly men in our country, our founding father, to be so angry. So we must be able to go and deal with that anger. I hope ED will be mature enough to try and engage him and hear what his views are. Because also he has his issues, and I think as a former president and also as a liberation icon, we must be able to address some of his issues. So I feel for him because there are certain things where he feels betrayed. And betrayal is not good in leadership. But again, he has done his bit. He must also allow us to try and correct where mistakes were made so that he doesn't have them. The good news for you is, for the first time in the history of this country, President Mugabe is not going to vote ZANU-PF. Not only that, President Mugabe is going to vote for the opposition. And of course, the big question, the jury is still out, which opposition? I suspect is going to vote MDC.
The EU has sent a team of officials to Zimbabwe to get first-hand information on the state of readiness, while President Mnangagwa has made a commitment that elections will be free, fair and credible. Sophie Mgweni, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Well, for more on that story, watch the interview at 10 p.m. tonight right here on the SABC News channel. Peter, you want to whet our appetite when it comes to the business news a little bit? Well,
yes. I'm curious because last week we had 4 days of losses on the JSE. I'm not sure what's been happening, but perhaps Colin can give us an idea of what happened.